Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction. Your boy Lance here for episodes 20 and 21 of Sword of the Demon Hunter. Our boy Jinya got caught in 4K. His daughter saw him full demon transformation and everything, and we got to deal with the fallout with that. And hopefully it's not going to be like a Natsu situation all over again. But let's dive in and find out what happens in these episodes. Okay, so he's going to send him straight to the battlefield, or at least to Kyoto. And that's where our boy was going to go, so. "100 demons. Damn. Yeah. How'd you get 100 demons on your side?" So he's using the sake from our sister. Dude is a crude and smart businessman slash antagonist. Yes, because he wanted Jinya to also be exposed. He wanted Jinya to be exposed as well, is my opinion. It just makes sense. Ah, backstory time. It makes sense. Kids can be cruel. And I said it can be, they are cruel. We still over here in sad boy hours. Yeah, I just put that together that this is where he found Amara, yeah. That's your excuse me, sorry. That's your own head talking, Jinya. You don't know what she actually is feeling and thinking. It's very much like, yeah, of course, a fool would be here. Yeah, she doesn't know his backstory. He never told her before. It feels so much longer than 20 something years ago. Once again, sorry. Once again, I think you're misreading this prophecy. And I really actually do see, yeah, I think, like I said, I think he's misreading the prophecy. I'm not trying to fight. That's the most human you're gonna be there, dude. I still think I still think in the end they're not gonna fight to the death. Maybe they will, but I feel like he'd be able to talk it out with the sister, hopefully. Yeah, you're still your fucking sister, dude. And this could end up easily being a story about how somebody lets go of that rage. Was myself. Or the same thing, flawed part of me. Ah, it's called being human, bro. Yeah, through forgiveness on the other. Mm, still, I think for all the flaws this production has had, I still think they write characters really well. The writing in this is really good still, in my opinion. Yep. It's one of those things where you just it's so hard to have regret. Oh, shout out Mira, man. W. Oh, his face. I mean, you had a very normal human reaction. Mira, we're one, bro. W. 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 All arounds. Oh. Look, like I said, it's understandable you would run away. Oh, buddy. And of course, Namari ain't gonna give a flying fuck. Oh. But Mira was like every right to run away like that because like he just saw his friend transform into a demon. Terrifying demon. Needs some time to adjust. Oh. W Namari. Ofu just sitting there going, bitch, I told you. Just because you look like a monster doesn't mean you're strong, aren't you? Hey, it's a hashtag girl dad, right? Kids will do that to you. I don't know. I never had kids. I never wanted kids, but I'm sure those who have can probably agree. Mm. I really am so curious about this final fight between the two. Mm-hmm. Well, he was consumed by his hatred, right? And his self-loathing and his isolationism, I mean, you should say, and everything. Right? He's in his own head. Everyone's own worst enemy is their own head in the end. Minus, physical fighting, but nothing wrong. He's still gonna go face off old boy probably in Kyoto. More likely. And we know he lives because he makes it all the way to the 100 years. We see him in the normal everyday school life. So he obviously had somebody he cared for. I'm assuming before he became a demon. Yeah. And there Jinya is. So yeah, we're gonna have the final face off here between these two. Probably next episode. Yeah, that's understandable. It shouldn't involve demons. Humans should just decide human affairs. I actually respect that. That respects to me. But he's also saying that's not the case, so. That's way more human, too. Man, even telling him I'm gonna kill my sister. Boom. Yeah, he's still having an issue cutting through him. I mean, if Jinya gets his power, he'll be pretty set. Because he doesn't have a lot of defensive abilities. He's very offensive based. Plus, he's got the invisibility thing. Oh. Illusions, maybe? Because he still has illusion stuff from... Oh, that's who I didn't think about that. Yeah, he can just absorb power. A simulation, yep. That's his main ability, honestly. End episode, probably? No? Okay. We're getting close to it, so I figured. And this is how we get to get more of his backstory, right? Oh. I thought... Okay, that's a way to cliffhanger it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, a lot of self-reflecting in this episode, which works, right? The show wasn't always going to be super crazy with its action stuff. We've said this thousands of times, right? But once again, he needs just to marry Ofu. It just makes the most sense to me. She's been like the real ride or die. I still believe that his thing with the sister could be situated or at least resolved, maybe through a little fighting, but mainly just through talking, right? I could be wrong. Um, because it feel like he even said it feels like I've wanted to follow the path of forgiveness, but I'm just so consumed by hatred. I mean, 100 years is 100 years, man. Time does heal all wounds in the end. We'll see if that's the case and he can find a way to maybe never for maybe not, you know, forgive or forget, but at least make amends and move on, possibly. I could see that. Um, or maybe he does kill her. It's starting to feel more and more like they're not setting him up to kill her in the end. I don't know. I could be misreading that, but great self-reflection. And Jinya's always been a character that just takes 2 steps forward and he takes 1 step back. He's not a perfect character. He's very flawed. It makes sense, right? You want your characters to be flawed because it makes them more relatable, it makes them their character stuff better, all that stuff. Um, Once again, though, animation issues are still consistent, unfortunately. But it is what it is. In this case, it was just the weird heads and hands. It is what it is. I'm sure, yeah, we're getting backstory in episode 21 here, so let's dive into episode 21. I'm in love with you. And of course, he probably doesn't know how to handle that. Oh, fuck my life. Really? Really, guys? You've been shanked 3 times, my dude. Yeah, people are fucking assholes, dude. Once again, humans create these demons for the most part. Yeah. And that's he's gonna become a demon because y'all fuckers can't handle fucking someone being big. Fucking assholes, dude. Base also gets deeper. Really? Fucking idiots. God damn. I mean, they fucking fucked around and found out real quick. There you go. No. But you also betrayed him. So, uh, yeah, he wasn't trying to actually kill her there. I think he just didn't realize his own strength, which would make sense. Yeah, she was coerced into giving them time. But she really did love him. Makes sense. Yeah, there had been some sort of limit to his absorbing abilities. Ah, so he saw his memories too. So they connected. They are. I was gonna make that comparison that they're similar in terms their loves got killed because demon shit happens. Good line. Yeah. Like I said, I'm surprised he's not trying illusions, but I guess the illusions won't really matter if he can't stop being stupid. If he can't like actually get through them. I need to change the Dune Fate Demon kinds looking for the power. Yeah. Like she said. Did you get that ability of foresight too? I didn't. Good point. Yep. Humans create the demons. And of course, it's this dude. Our dude's like whole thing here was he just didn't have a purpose. He couldn't find one. That's the only thing he can hold on to is that loyalty. Yeah, that's all I have, and he knows that, so that's good to know. You're stronger, but my ideals are sharper. I'm still wondering he hasn't gone for the eyes yet. It seems like the most softest part of that man's body. Yeah, oh, yeah, his him remembering is making him weaker. Yeah, literally, he put armor around his fucking whole being. Yeah, he didn't want to be hurt again. Yeah, that makes total sense, especially coming off of what Jinya said about it's really demons' desires that fuel their power. My faith in, yeah. Respect, yo. And then, yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, probably could have been friends, but you probably wouldn't have met each other. But I do agree with it. Jinya said in the end there. Demons shouldn't be in the affairs of humans. Oh, Natsu. Namari. It's him being with him as a friend. Oh, poor dude. I love the music in the show. Yeah, no way. Our true desire. Okada's still around though. He has. Supposedly. Yeah, I was wondering about that. He ain't dumb. Did he want to die like a samurai? I guess he wanted to die for his country, so to speak. Sure did, especially after World War II. Yeah, but this is way even before that. I wonder if he's going to seppuku instead. And then Jinya would be his number two. But he just wants. Yeah, that's obvious at this point. Yeah. Is he really going to do it, though? That's definitely. I guess he is going to. Yeah, he will. Because this whole thing is granting desires, right? He's been granting demons desires. And Jinya respects that for being a warrior. With the people he's made this world with. I did not expect it to end like that, but I actually kind of dig it. Because it makes sense, right? He wanted to die a samurai's death, trying to defend the Shogunate to the very end, try to fight, change to the very end. I've had a really rough night. Hey, you should marry Ofu. Might as well. Stand back. Not a bad idea. Team Soba. A married demon couple, you say? Oh, Jin, yeah. At least marry her. She just wanted to live in her little fantasy. Yeah, she wants to grow as a person. I actually really like this for her, even though I do want her to be with. I do want her to be with Jinya, but yeah. But fair. To lie and just say yes. No, I do think. Too bad that demons never lie. Smooth, bro, smooth. Um, but yeah, I can believe they'll meet again. Yeah. When they grow as different people, they could always come back together. Good shine on the eyes there. Yeah. This feels like a arc conclusion, right? It definitely feels like it. Um that song again, dude. Wait. Was that Natsu? That was Natsu. Damn, bro. That was Natsu. Fuck, dude. The one relationship he won't get back. That hairpin. No. Oh, narration. All right. See his political authority to the emperor. Return of power. And the samurai came to an end. We still have like 2 episodes left, or 3 episodes left, I think. Hold on, what? Thus, the long-running age of the samurai came to an end, and a brand new era was ushered in. Okay, makes sense, right? Is there anything? No, yeah, we definitely got some more Natsu right there. Cool. I thought maybe because that's the only thing we have never really got resolved, but that's what life is. Life sometimes doesn't allow stuff to get resolved like that with Natsu, especially after everything that happens. But I feel like now we're about to have a time jump, it feels like. I'm talking like a legit time jump, not just like a flash forward thing. Damn. Yeah, I figured they married. Yeah, she has regrets too. Mm-hmm. Oh man. I wonder why. It was good to know that they got married. It makes sense. I'm happy for Natsu. Aw. Too bad they never got to have that one last meeting. But the crossing paths there thing is a good touch, right? um excuse me, sorry. Yeah, some really good once again, this show is just gonna be really good, I think, on its character writing and its character writing. I really like the characters in this. I like their motivations. I hate their motivations. I like their motivations. They feel as funny as it is human as fuck, right? I didn't even really take notes because this felt like a resolution of an arc slash even a season. Hatakayama, I probably said that wrong. Hakatekayama, can't pronounce his name. Just wanted to die a samurai's death. Simpler than I thought, right? I thought he had these grand plans. He did have grand plans, but he knew in the end he wasn't going to be able to do with that. And he just wanted Jinyu to kill him. He wanted to die a samurai. Makes sense. Him having this samurai's life. It only made sense that he would die in the battlefield, but not really in a battlefield, so to speak. Our boy Mira being a walking W, a friend, he's going to Kyoto to do what he can do. It feels like he probably dies there. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get a little more of him. We do know his wife ends up making these journals, that Jinya and all that shit. Like I said, I really love that little last thing with Natsu there. It's good to see Natsu happy. We knew she would marry old boy, and she did. And, you know, they both have regrets over that. Once again, that not being cleanly resolved is so, I think, great because you don't get that a lot in storytelling. A lot of storytelling is cleanly, nicely wrapped up and stuff like that. This was to me nicely wrapped up, but it wasn't clean. They both have regrets, and I like that. I like that a lot. Um, yeah, they wish she would have just married Ofu, right? She was really good for him, but I also understand why he's not doing it because of his desires and drives and motivations, and hers to break out of her shell and to be and to grow as a person slash demon, and then eventually down the line they'll probably get together. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, like I said, and then I forgot we got the big dude's backstory makes sense. Once again, humans create these demons through negative emotions. and he just didn't want to be hurt again because he was betrayed, even though she really didn't want to betray him. She was coerced into doing it, or her family would suffer. So she took her death with a smile, and I don't think he did it on purpose. He just accidentally did it, not knowing his own strength. Plus, his armor trying to protect him pushes everything away, and then Jinya reminding him, "No, this is what your heart wanted and misses," and was able to give them weakness. I think that could have been a little bit of okay, a little cheesy, but also I think it works for the world we're in. So I'm not gonna fault it for that. If others do, I can't fault you either. Um, but yeah, I feel like I wonder if we're gonna jump forward into the future now, him in high school and shit, and we go from there up into the resolution with his sister. We have a few episodes left, right? Let me double check the episode count. This is episode 21. I believe there's 24. Yeah, so we have 22, 23, and 24. So yeah, we have 3 episodes left to resolve. And yeah, this stuff definitely feels like a resolution to a series and not a season either. So makes sense. I still have some nitpicks with the overall, some of the overall story stuff, pacing issues sometimes. Sometimes we jump around a little bit too much for my liking. Feels like we miss stuff sometimes. I would be interested in going back and reading everything again once I find the time. Um, or I can see us jumping around to not necessarily the full future, like high school years, but maybe around after World War II or something. I think Numari's still being alive, right? Because she's human. She'll die eventually. At least we assume that's the case. So maybe he gets to resolve that with him. Not sure. Very curious how this ends. But like I said, I still love the story overall. Animation's still not great. Inconsistency with the hands. Somebody even told me, hey, you might want to wait a day for episode 21 because I've got some weird ass version where they had in betweens the work in products version. I'm like, wow, really? So, and he showed me screenshots. I was like, damn, dude. So I'm glad I waited the day and it didn't look terrible. You had with this, you have inconsistency with hands and heads sometimes. It just looks too big or too small compared to the body sometimes, and the hands some way too big sometimes. It is what it is. Production issues aside, it's still a good story. But yeah, I really like Jinya's whole thing here a lot. I like Jinya as a character. Flawed. And I really don't want him to have to kill his sister in the end. It feels like maybe we won't have to. I would actually love a Suzune POV episode 2 to get her real thoughts minus what we got from the few times we've seen her. Like 2 times we've seen her now since when she became a demon and then the Hosaki escapade, right? But I digress. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, I'm sure, subscribe. And yeah, 3 episodes left. We'll see how this ends. That's your direction. Bye.